By the closing bell on the stock market today, Sage soared by 54.3% to close at 96.65. Sage defied the broader biotech group, which dipped a fraction. The drug, known as brexanolone, achieved its key goal of reducing symptoms of moderate or severe postpartum depression in women during two phase 3 trials. Needham analyst Danielle Brill expects brexanolone to gain approval and launch in the latter half of 2018. Symptoms were measured by what's known as the Hamilton Rating Scale for depression. The drug had stronger results in patients with severe postpartum depression, a fact Sage noted on its call was due to placebo variability. Brexanolone showed a statistically significant effect at 48 hours after being administered via intravenous injection, and the effect at 60 hours was maintained through the 30-day follow-up. The placebo effect was larger in phase 3, and especially for an infusion, where there was likely a decent amount of expectation bias excitement ahead of the trial, is not at all unprecedented in central nervous system disorders, Leerink analyst Paul Mattei said. Mattei boosted his price target on Sage to $123 from $85 and kept his outperform rating. He now looks ahead to Sage's next depression asset, dubbed Sage 217. The drug is in mid-stage testing in postpartum and major depressive disorders, plus essential tremors and Parkinson's disease. Unlike brexanolone, Sage 217 is an oral medication. Brexanolone is a cumbersome 60-hour infusion, Needham's Brill wrote in a note to clients. She sees only severely depressed patients seeking treatment. But brexanolone does work to validate Sage 217, she said. We ultimately expect oral 217 to replace brexanolone for postpartum depression and view outcome as a positive for 217 program as a mechanism is now validated, she said. Sage 217 is set to have phase 2 data in major depressive disorder before year-end. Brill moved her probability of success on brexanolone to 100%, up from 75%. She expects the drug to launch in the fourth quarter of 2018 and sees $3.8 million in sales for the year. Brill also raised her price target on Sage to $100 from $86 and kept her buy rating. RBC analyst Brian Abrahams expects brexanolone to be a $600 million plus asset for Sage. He increased his price target on Sage to $145 from $120 and upped his probability of success for brexanolone in postpartum depression to 90% from 70%. He is outperform rated on Sage.